транзиту російського газу. Ми не будемо давати можливості
All right, folks, so grab your blankets because this winter, if you're staying in the Eastern European countries, it's going to get more colder. Okay, so Zelensky proudly announced that he was shutting down the last Soviet-era gas pipeline from Russia to Europe early this month. Yes, you heard it right, the same pipeline which passes through Sudza, the territory called Kursk, which now is controlled by Ukrainians. And this pipeline used to pass through Ukraine to Moldova, Slovakia, Hungary, and many other European countries like Austria, Czech Republic from there on. This pipeline was the last pipeline. It is no longer functional. Zelensky has proudly made this announcement. Already, the Nord Stream 1, Nord Stream 2, and the gas pipeline which was coming from Belarus has been destroyed over the last 3 years. And this was one of the last pipelines that was still active from Russia through Ukraine. The transit contract expired early this year. In Zelensky's own words, no more profits to Russia.
Ми не будемо давати можливості додаткових.
Oh, sure, no profits to Russia, but pain for millions of Europeans this winter. Okay, so let's break it down. Austria was getting most of its gas through this pipeline. And Slovakia? Well, they were getting 3 billion cubic meters of gas per year from this gas pipeline, covering about 2/3 of their demand. While the Austrian energy regulator E-Control has confirmed that they will somehow be able to manage, Slovakians are, I guess, not so lucky. Slovakian Prime Minister Fico has confirmed that it will cost more than $180 million to Slovakia to route the gas through other sources. And guess what? Massive protests have started in Slovakia, in their capital Bratislava. Not against the price rise for gas bills, but against the Prime Minister Robert Fico. Opposition parties are claiming that Fico has become pro-Russia and they want to choose a more European path. Same is the situation in Hungary. Opposition has organized mass protests against Viktor Orban for allegedly supporting Russia. So there is a double whammy in these countries. On one hand, the gas prices have skyrocketed, and on the other hand, people, at least some section of people, are protesting not against the price rise of gas, but against their leaders. And guess who's going to pay those bills? Well, it's going to be the Europeans who are going to pay this out of their pockets. And Moldova? Well, Moldova is on a whole different level of disaster just waiting to happen, which is the most affected country in this whole mess. Moldova was depending on Russian gas to power Transnistria, their breakaway region, which then sold electricity to Moldova. But now, with the gas shut down, Transnistria just announced hot water and heating cut off for 500,000 people. And guess what? Moldovan President Maya Sandu is blaming Gazprom for this. She's actually saying that Gazprom should have thought about an alternative route which is not going from Ukraine. She actually said this. Now she's warning her country that this winter is going to be harsh. What else did she expect? Meanwhile, Viktor Orban's Hungary has been on the losing end of European sanctions on Russia. It has till now estimatedly lost $19 billion, more than the country's entire annual tax revenue. And now Viktor Orban is threatening European Union to veto the 16th round of sanctions that Brussels wants to impose on Russia. And here's the thing, EU needs a unanimous vote to impose the new sanctions on January 31st on Russia. And without Hungary's support, it's not happening. And just when you think things could not get more crazier, Zelensky has a solution. He wants to bring the gas from Azerbaijan. Because sure, why not? Who needs Russian gas if you can pay more for the exact same gas branded as Azeri gas? Experts say that Azerbaijan simply does not have that kind of capacity to supply and replace this gas. And guess what? It's the people who are left picking up the expensive bill, not Zelensky, not Washington, not Brussels. It's the everyday folks in Slovakia, Hungary, Austria, Moldova, Transnistria, people who just want to heat their homes and not go bankrupt doing it. Slovakia is losing revenue, Moldova is in crisis, Hungary is demanding action, all because Zelensky decided to play economic hardball instead of renewing the transit deal. Okay, so let's sum it up. Gas pipeline shut down, energy costs through the roof, Europe freezing, Zelensky sitting comfortably and preaching morality. But hey, next time you hear Zelensky bragging about cutting off gas supply, just remember who is the one shivering. Spoiler alert, it's not him. Subscribe for more brutally honest takes on geopolitics. And remember, stay warm, folks.